with an upside down cake, for me, it's all about the presentation of the base to begin with, you know. So I like to put a little bit of love and care and attention in that, just so that when you turn out that beautiful cake at the end, you're left with a showpiece.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna work on layering out my apricots first. And I'm using some beautiful apricots from SBC. It's a, you know what, with seasonal fruits, if you don't get them bang in season, go tins. Like they're picked at the right time, you know, they're captured and the flavor is beautiful, the quality's kept. It's a great way to enjoy seasonal fruits all year round.
It sure is.
I'm gonna use this and put a layer at the bottom with some fresh thyme, some vanilla. Jacq, if you can start on the actual cake mix for me.
Yep.
By beating the butter, the sugar, and then slowly adding in the eggs one at a time.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start off by just drizzling a little bit of basically a sugar syrup at the base of this cake. And I've made it from the leftover juices from the tinned fruit and then sugar and water. That's it, just a basic sugar syrup, equal quantities of each basically. So let's say 100 ml of juice to 100 grams of sugar to 100 water. Really easy for you guys to make at home. And I'm just gonna start by layering the apricots and we're just gonna keep it in a nice, beautiful pattern on the outer strip. Do you like making upside down cakes?
I love cake, I really do. I like to find the healthier options for them. But when you get fruits in, because the fruit gives so much additional kind of sweetness to the cake, you don't actually need stacks of other ingredients to make it shine. The fruit really does hero the cake.
That's it. You use the fruit for the natural sugars, right?
Yeah.
Natural sweetness.
Yeah. And the juice in this one as well is so delicious.
Yeah.
So don't let it go to waste. There's some really great ways that you can use up the juice, like in the syrup. You can do it in savoury dishes. You can use it to base meats and things as well. So
Never thought about basting meat with it.
it's very handy. Tim taught me that. Yeah.
Bit of vanilla for you.
Thank you.
And then I'm using, okay, same way we don't like to waste the juice in the tin, don't waste your vanilla pod. Put the vanilla pod in there. It's gonna give a beautiful flavour to your cake. Nice little bit of presentation. So I put some beautiful fresh thyme down in there as well. You don't have to add it, but I love the flavour of apricots with thyme. Such a nice combination. And with those apricots, I've dried them off previously as well. So I just literally, just on some kitchen towel, make sure you absorb up as much of that moisture from the juices as possible so it doesn't seep out into your cake as you're baking.
I love the thyme in the sweet dishes.
Yeah.
It's so yum.
It's a beautiful way of doing it.
Okay.
You're using a fork over there, Jacq.
Yeah, look, you know what? We bake differently. You're very traditional. I'm a little bit rough around the edges. I'm happy to...
Do you know what, guys?
I'm happy to own
If
that.
it works for you, it works for you. Whatever makes you happy.
Like the home cook, finding like cool ways to bring good nutrition in.
That's it.
I don't want to split these eggs though.
Nah,
so...
you're doing a great job. It looks really good consistency so far.
Great.
And if it does look like it's splitting, guys, don't panic. Because as soon as you add the flour in, it's going to bring it back together and make it a beautiful consistency. All right, so Jack's almost finished beating in those eggs. We're now going to add in our plain flour, our almond, because you know I love my nut flour in there as well. We've got some orange zest that's going to go in there, the baking powder, which is going to help it lift and rise, a little bit of yogurt for the sourness. Then we're going to pop it in our cake tin, bake it at 180 for about 45 minutes, come back for hopefully our beautiful cake.
You've done it. Some great anticipation for this cake.
I understand why everyone's like giving me all this energy about this cake. It's just an upside down cake.
You talked it up.
I do. I like to talk up my cakes. Hopefully they don't disappoint.
There's some good stickiness coming around the
Yeah,
tin.
that's the
a good
syrup.
sign.
Look at that.
That is
Beautiful.
a beautiful cake.
Beautiful cake. So you can see how you've got the beautiful colour on the outside, it's nice and dark and what you'd expect from the cake. The top hasn't coloured as much, but that's okay. It's just the juices from those tinned fruits. So those gorgeous juices have seeped in and made the top slightly softer. It's all right. It's still gonna eat beautifully.
You can see it, Will, because there's such an abundance of the apricots in the cake.
That's
They'll
it.
bring all of that flavour.
Is that too big a slice? Do you know what? I don't care.
Let's go for it.
That's a me slice.
I want to see all of the apricots.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. You can see the vanilla speckled in there as well. For me, it's the sort of cake that I just love. It's just moist, juicy, and then you just serve it with a generous dollop of thickened cream on the side. Beautiful cream. All right, Jacq, should we get stuck in?
I'm excited for this one. I don't even know where to start. You've really served it up well. Not without the cream.
Look, I just love how pretty an upside down cake looks.
So good. Light and fluffy. There's the orange zest coming through into the cake, and then you get that juicy
Apricot on top. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's layers of fruit, that beautiful apricot on top. You've got that gorgeous syrup, the juice from the apricot seeping into the cake, the orange zest, then you've got the sour from the, it's just a delicious cake, really is. It's how I like to eat them.
Definitely one of your top three, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be making this one at home for sure.